Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, İlham. President İlham Aliyev signed an executive order on additional measures to improve the irrigation water supply of cultivation areas in a number of cities and regions and to meet the demand of population for potable water. According to the executive order, Azerbaijani Amelioration and Water Management Open Joint Stock Company is allocated 1,820,000 monads for the design and drilling of 26 subartesian wells in order to improve the supply of cultivation areas and courts used for cultivation with irrigation water, as well as to meet the demand of population for potable water in 23 residential settlements of 6 cities and regions with 60,698 inhabitants. Azerbaijan remains one of the biggest investors in Georgia's economy. President İlham Aliyev, during the reception of the Prime Minister of Georgia, emphasized the joint projects implemented by the two countries in the field of energy and transport and expressed confidence in the further development of cooperation.
Azerbaijan and Georgia are closely cooperating both regionally and globally, with the joint participation of the two countries in several trilateral formats, transport and energy projects. The strategic partnership was increasingly strengthened. Today, the South Caucasus has entered a new period, the post-war period after Azerbaijan restored its territorial integrity. There are many important tasks ahead, considering that Baku and Tbilisi have extensive experience in implementing projects that have become a guarantee of long-term stability and economic development of the region. The successful implementation of tasks leaves no doubt. Indeed, the Southern Gas Corridor officially launched on the last day of 2020 should be assessed as a real example of Azerbaijani-Georgian partnership. This project has a tremendous importance for general development, stability, predictability, cooperation not only in the region of Caucasus but in a broader Eurasian region. Without our cooperation, again, that wouldn't have been possible. So I'm very grateful to Georgian government for constant support in implementation of this important project. All other initiatives which we launched together have a good success story. I'm sure in the future it will be the same. Since independence, the two neighboring states have jointly implemented transport and energy projects of global importance, such as the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan oil pipeline, the Baku-Tbilisi-Erzurum gas pipeline, and the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway. Today, in the Azerbaijan-Georgia-Turkey format, a dialogue based on close coordination has been established between the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Defense of these countries. Official Baku, within the framework of international organizations, always supports Georgia's position. During the UN General Assembly held on September 3, 2020, Azerbaijan voted for the resolution on the status of internally displaced persons and refugees from Georgia's Abkhazia and Tskhinvali region. Armenia, which still needs Georgia's assistance today, did not support the document. So some Georgian political circles speaking about the cooperation prospects with Yerevan should not forget that among the 84 countries that have recognized the territorial integrity of Georgia, Armenia is missing. As you mentioned, we have executed some of the most important historic projects together. Therefore, we are absolutely determined and motivated to continue to implement even more projects together that will strengthen our relationship and brotherhood. Undoubtedly, the most significant projects of the post-conflict period are related to the liberated Karabakh region. With the support of Russia and Turkey, Azerbaijan is facing the formation of a new transport hub along the Zengezur corridor. This route will attract all countries of the region to economic cooperation and will give a powerful impetus to unleashing the region's potential. So far, Armenia, defeated in the 44-day war, is the only one opposing the project and is seriously violating its obligations under the agreement of November 10th, and by exaggerating the tension in Georgian-Russian relations, is trying to impede the use of the Zengezur corridor. While those knowing the great prospects of the corridor will play an important role in destroying the resistance of Armenia, living with illusions about Karabakh.
On the eve of the visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, to Armenia, Veterans and Labor Council of Moscow, appealing to the federal executive bodies, demanded the dismantling of the monument to Garegin Jde, founder of the Armenian fascism. This appeal was sent to the Ministries of Interior and Defense of Russia. Underlining the importance of victory over fascism, the organization noted that it was unacceptable to have the monument erected to Jde in Karabakh, where Russia is carrying out a peacekeeping mission. The Council has called on all the veterans of Russia to support this appeal. Within 2 to 3 days, the Victory Road will be completely cleared of mines and handed over. Idris Ismailov, head of the Clearance and Exploration Department of the Azerbaijan Mine Action Agency, informed about this. He said that after November 10th, the humanitarian demining operations began in the territories liberated from the occupation. Currently, the agency's operational search groups are conducting demining operations in Ağdam, Füzuli, Cəbrayıl, Zəngilan, Qubadlı, Tərtər and Xocavənd regions, as well as in the city of Şuşa. To date, during the operations carried out, an area of 2,051 hectares has been completely cleared of mines and unexploded ordnances. During these operations, 18,648 mines and unexploded ordnance were found and cleared. To date, mining operations have been completed on 16 projects. Operations on 19 projects are ongoing. These include rail and highway projects. The mining is carried out on Bərdə and Ağdam railway line and Füzuli-Zəngilan lines. Ministry of Defense released footage of Qarapirimli village of Ağdam region. Qarapirimli belongs to Popravent Rural Administrative District of Ağdam region. According to some sources, the name of the village is also shown as Qarapirim. The residential area is located 20 kilometers north of the regional center, 6 kilometers away from Hachin River, at the bank of Popravent River on Karabakh Plain. It has a warm, dry, subtropical climate. On the west of Qarapirimli village, on the Popravent, Boyahmedli, Qarapirim triangle, there are burial mounds associated with Bronze and Early Iron Age. Being a beautiful village prior to the Armenian occupation, Qarapirimli featured a house of culture, a secondary school, library, stone quarry, medical facility, various trade and catering facilities, and livestock complex. (844 infections with novel coronavirus were registered in Azerbaijan. 2,057 people recovered after treatment and were released home. 18 people who earlier tested positive for COVID-19 died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 324,685, with 301,006 recoveries and 4,635 deaths. The number of active infections is 19,044. To detect new infection cases over the past day, 10,177 tests and overall 3,300,581 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan, the task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.